Hi, Paul.
Hey guys,
Hi,
welcome.
Thana.
Oh, we got Paul Chong joining us.
Yeah, Paul. Fantastic. Thank you.
Join a bit early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Benke Live. You mentioned before we joined the call about Benke
Yep.
Live.
Yes.
Corrado.
Yeah, I'm in the Bangkok at the moment. Usually I'm at home on a Sunday, but I've been putting this off for way too long, So today decided with one of my guys, to do the sunroof on the Corrado. Yeah.
I'm in a
And
different Benke Live also this week.
oh, what happened?
All my cars
Mm.
are in a state of repair. All my cars. Every single
I
one of
know.
my cars is a state of repairs,
Yep. Yep.
except the Almera. The Almera is the only one which is a workhorse zero, and that's the
Yes.
car we are selling this week. So
Oh. So what happened? I mean, have you sorted your Everest?
okay, so the Everest, now the guy put everything back in. One of the injectors apparently is still faulty, so I'm getting my friend
Oh
who's got a brand new
gosh.
injector which he didn't use, and I'm gonna try it and play with it.
Okay. All
So that's
right.
just with the Everest, and
Yep.
then finally the last part for the MGF left Netherlands on Saturday. So obviously that's coming through. I think I'm praying another 2 weeks it'll arrive, and then finally I can get it moving. But
Okay.
but on a positive note, Mike, there's a
Yep.
positive note here. Yesterday the Porsche
Yep.
is complete.
Yep. Aircon working.
Aircon working, everything is done.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I went there, but I didn't pick it up because wife was with me and she like, I don't want to drive back home alone, so I forget the man.
Okay.
I left it there. So
Yep.
tomorrow I'm actually going and picking up the Porsche and bringing it back home. The
Okay.
only
Wow.
the only thing that doesn't work there is
Yep.
this on the roof, the soft top, when it opens up,
Yep. Mm.
there is a
Mm.
clip which clips kind of pulls out the pull.
Yep.
The plastic bit is broken,
Yep.
so I won't use the soft top for now,
Okay.
but it's up. I think I can get that part quite easily in Malaysia, or I can order it
Mm.
in from the States.
Okay.
It's like a 5 minutes job just to put the
Mm.
clip back in, like it's a clip,
Mm. Mm.
and
Mm.
that's it. But other than that, aircon working, gear, everything, shifts, rows, all that
Wow.
stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's
Okay,
a
run
big
it in for 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
mm,
then
mm.
see what else
and
is
and
needed. You know. Mm.
and have looked at the replacement car for the Almera,
Oh,
so we had a shopping.
tell us about that, man. Tell us
No,
about
I
that.
cannot. It must be a
You cannot,
surprise. It'll be a
Yeah.
surprise. We will announce on the show what the car is, and the car will go for DNA tuning. So it's a DNA tuningable car, and quite a good one instead. And it came
Yeah.
to me who I am, like, and it's for the wife,
Yeah.
So yeah, so all is
Oh, all
working.
right.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, I got to see. I've got to wait for your video lah. I guess
No,
for
no,
that.
no, no. You'll know it before the video. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
I'll let you know
Brilliant.
after the call.
Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, today my Bengkel Live also, I tuned A20, A250, and
Mm, mm,
then
mm.
Polo 1.6 MPI.
Mm.
Vento, yeah. Polo stroke Vento 1.6 MPI. Yeah. Let's say
Mm.
hi to the guys that have joined us here. Yeah.
So you got Roshan there. Hi,
Yeah,
Roshan.
Roshan. Hi, Roshan. Sorry,
I can't read
banana
Mandarin.
Chinese. Banana Chinese, I also can't read. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And guys, actually, I'm going to start a Cantonese channel,
mm,
and so for the Cantonese speaking people, my Mandarin is
mm,
not so good,
mm,
so look out for that. Maybe this coming week or the week after, I
mm.
just need to sort out a couple of things more. Yeah.
So yes, I have an Everest, fantastic car. But
Yep.
obviously, it's one of those maintenance thing which I did, but the maintenance thing ended up being one of those uh, deep hole I dig myself, we got Alfred Poon, say hello guys,
Hi, Alfred. Yeah, how are you doing, Alfred?
and we
He's a
got
part supplier. If you guys are looking for
oh
parts, you
really,
can look for Alfred. Yeah,
mm.
yeah. Mm.
And we got Gary Chin
Hi,
saying hi guys.
Gary.
Oh,
Hi. Yeah.
how about this? Daniel says he wants to join us in the Cantonese channel.
Oh, for sure, Daniel. For sure, we'll join you.
Okay.
Must join. I tell you what, Daniel, you want to join us next week or not? Daniel.
Actually, Daniel, we should love to
Yeah,
have you on the show next week.
yeah. Have you on board. I mean, the last time I actually had you on board was sometime last year. When I was doing
Mm,
live on the first MCO. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mm,
Okay, Daniel. Yeah, let us know. This coming
mm.
Sunday. Mm. Yeah,
Today's topic was quite I mean,
yeah.
it is an interesting topic because we talk about best bang for buck. Let me just put up this
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
best bang for
Yeah.
buck, and I think we
Yeah.
had this discussion about what is bang for buck like, So I guess
Mm.
over to you before we kind of try to get this question off the air. What
Yep.
is the bang? I mean, the buck part we understand that the dollar part we clear it's the
Mm.
cheapest possible, but what do you
Yep.
define as bang? Because
Yeah.
we talk about power always, but I think that's not it, isn't
Mm.
it?
Yeah. I think it's the overall package, right? When you're buying a
Mm,
car.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
I mean, you can have 500 horsepower, but then if the car you cannot actually make use of the power, of the 400 horsepower,
mm,
there's no use on that as well, right?
mm.
Mm, mm. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've been on a path this week looking for my
Mm,
wife's
mm.
replacement car, and we were going through a few cars, and
Yep, yep,
obviously me being me, I was like, oh,
yep,
this car has got the biggest engine,
yep,
more solid engine. Let's get this car over this car,
yep,
more power. But she like, oh, this is
yep.
older, but this is my budget, and but
Mm,
this is
mm, mm,
and 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 yeah, I
mm.
think it's just not just about the power, like it's a whole package put together.
Yeah, it's the whole package, the
Mm.
balance package, yeah, and I
Yeah,
think also, at what different price point you're talking about as well. Yeah,
correct,
yeah,
definitely.
for a car,
Okay.
the budget,
Mm,
yeah, where you're
mm,
comfortable with, yeah, and
mm,
also maintaining the car,
mm.
yeah,
So
maintenance
we're going
wise
to
as
go to
well.
our intro, and we'll come back and we'll talk
Yep.
about, let's just define further, how I would go around, I guess, bang for buck, and how
Mm.
Mike will go. And guys, if you guys will call have a process of how do you pick up what is your best bang for buck kind of car,
Yeah, please
please
comment.
tell
Yeah,
us. Yes, and we can share those with everybody.
yeah. Cheers.
Welcome back, guys.
Yep.
So yeah, so we will begin about what's the best bang for buck, and I think I guess I don't know lah. I mean, I'm surprised that the interior was the one that
Mm.
kind of caught me, because I'm always looking about tunability and tuning and power and stuff, And
Yep.
then it came to a point that, okay, I'm at a certain age, you want the interior to be nice. You want the car to, like, you can belong there. You can do long drives, especially when they meet a particular purpose. Because we
Yep.
came to a point. I mean, we're looking at. I mean, I'll give you a hint. Like, we're looking at BMWs, like, and
Yep.
and
Okay.
it came to us, see bikes waking up, and it came to a point that that for the same price you could get a BMW which may be bigger, or it's on paper it's fantastic,
Mm.
but it needs to fit the purpose. I think the people forget about the purpose of the particular vehicle. It may be a good
Yep.
deal, and I think a lot of
Mm.
people are buying on, oh, what's the best deal, versus what is
Yep.
the best bang for your buck, what's the best fit for your
Mm.
lifestyle,
Correct.
versus, like, oh, you know what, everybody's buying a A86 plus Y, it's a good deal. Yeah, but
Yes. Yes.
but is that what you
Correct.
want? First of all,
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Mm,
like yesterday and today, one of my future clients, he was giving me a range of cars, things like cars like the
mm,
RS3, yeah, and then the S4, S5,
mm.
and then also Mercedes, yeah, and also the which other car, M235, Golf R, which are the
Wow,
ones he should go for, and I
wow.
told him basically, go and test all those cars
Mm.
and see which actually pulls your heart.
I find it a
Yeah,
bit difficult when people
yeah,
ask, like, questions
yeah.
like, okay, M two three
Yep.
five versus the S4, and I'm going like,
Correct.
bro,
It's
that's a big range, isn't it?
yes, yes, because one is all-wheel drive, and
Mm,
then you got a front-wheel drive, and then you got
mm,
a rear-wheel drive. You know, and I say if I throw one more into the package, which is the Porsche, mid-engine Porsche, which is a
exactly.
Boxster or a
Yeah,
Cayman,
yeah.
all around
And
the same price range.
And
Yeah.
Daniel made a comment here. Mike,
Yeah.
thanks for your buck. Used golf GTI Mk5. All issue
Yes.
be sorted. Solved. Yeah, exactly. I think that
Yep.
um,
Yes.
as much as the MK5 is a fantastic car, because
Yeah.
I think
Fantastic platform. Yeah.
um, um, uh, the platform is good. I think it's iconic,
Yep.
but also the best thing about thing is like the golf in general.
Mm.
It's multi-purpose. It can be a city car. It's good enough for 4 adults. You can
Yep.
take the groceries in the back.
Correct.
The space, you can fold on the back seats. You can put stuff in. So
Yes.
versatility is there. You know,
Correct.
but then again, some people who don't want versatility, they want a car for particular purpose built cars, like,
Yep.
and like, oh, you know what, it has to be a cute car. Or oh yeah, I know
Yes.
it's
Yes.
making
And
this up.
correct. And Daniel is one of those lucky guys in Malaysia that has
Mm.
a manual Mark 5
Oh
GTI.
really? Wow,
Yes. Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
So
And the way the car drives, is just the engagement is different, lah. Compared to a DSG. Yeah.
I want
When
to
you
ask you a
drive
question, Mike.
a manual Mark 5. Mm.
So there's a lot of talk about automatic and manual. So this is a fantastic platform, because
Correct.
the Golf GTI MK5, the
Yes.
DSG, it came and
Yep.
people like, wow, this is fantastic, like,
Yes. Yes.
and
Correct.
after the dual clutch like became more common in the marketplace, people say like,
Mm.
you know what, do we actually need a manual? Because you want to go
Yep.
fast,
Yep.
you know what, the DSG is there, like,
Yes.
but you're saying that this is one of those cars that even the manual actually is pretty sweet, lah.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we got Kelvin Ho here is commenting that
Mm.
very expensive to maintain. Well, it's all, I guess, perspective lah. Because you
Mm.
got to remember the Golf GTI was a 200,000 ringgit car. It was selling at 198. Back in 07, 08.
Mm.
And 07, 08, 200K is different from the 200K now. Yeah, I
Yep.
think. Tanah.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I think you put
Yeah,
into
yeah,
perspective, it's
yes,
probably about close to 300K now. In relative terms, the currency. Um,
yeah. Hey,
ooh,
Daniel, you want to join us on this call or not, Daniel? I'll send you the
yeah.
link. I'll send you the
HY
link now,
on
Daniel.
says, I've extracted sarcastically for soft top. Hey, bro, yes, bro. I'll message you later. Is what is that thing which goes and screws on and clips. Yeah, I'll message you later. I'll send the picture. Yeah, it's my last thing to have my Boxster alive.
Wow.
But
Well,
I know
he
that.
has, man. He has it.
But I know that Daniel has the 996 turbo. Am I right? Isn't it? He's got
Yeah.
the 911 version. That's my
Yes.
ultimate dream to have. Like, it's a fantastic car. I'm
Yeah.
a poor man than the 986. Yes. Okay. So budget higher. He says again, go for Audi A5 V8, which is now 75K. Wow.
Yeah.
All expensive taste.
Yeah.
So it's a Daniel. I mean, we'll get to Daniel if you're joining us. But I guess we've gone
Yep.
on the brands, like Mike. Like, let's say start with
Yes. Correct.
we began with Mercedes. we, we we began with Mercedes last week, lah, okay.
Yeah.
And of the Mercedes, of the new Mercedes, like, let's say we put a time frame of, let's say, last 5 years, like, what do you
Yeah.
think is a good deal, you know?
But you mean the
Like,
last 5 years?
yeah, because for me, my mind,
Mm.
I immediately shy away from the A class. My
Mm.
mind, I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I prefer as a structure
Yep.
platform, I go for the C class. I think the C class holds
Mm.
very, very fantastically well. I mean,
Yes.
I look at the prices protocol for a C class.
Yep.
What brand new is like just under 300K, and then used for
Correct.
2016 is like 180K. So I'm going
Yes.
like, wow, and the price is amazing. And you compare the same
Yep.
prices with BMW.
Mm.
BMW doesn't hold the prices as well as
Yes.
Mercedes,
I mean,
you know.
2016 320i with D48, how much are they going for nowadays? About 110,
What
120?
F30, yeah.
Yeah. 320i
So 100
facelifted. Yeah, with the new B48 engine.
2016
Yep.
330 is, I think, about 180 or 150 if it's on your 320. I think so. What about there? You know,
Oh, is it
but
that high? I thought 330 was hovering about 160, 170. No?
180 I saw to still, you know.
Oh,
And then
180
the
lah.
yeah.
Okay.
So the prices are, and again depend if you I mean the M Sport. The M
Yep.
Sport T20 is of course higher by 30k, 20k, you know, and I'm surprised how
Yep.
I think brand new they were about 30k apart. Now used market
Yes.
they're about 20, 30k apart also. So
Yep.
it's quite amazing that
Let's.
I didn't think that the extra add-on will cost so much after all these years, but you know what, it is,
Yeah. Yes.
you know,
Correct. Correct.
fantastic,
Okay lah.
fantastic.
But wait for your review lah. Of
Mm.
that car you actually bought.
Yes,
In
yes.
exchange for the Almera.
I'll first of all review the Porsche Boxster that's coming up, and we'll
Yep.
review. I'm trying to find the new thing from
Let me swap. I go if you need a buddy to go and pick up your car.
Oh yeah, actually can. Monday I'll call you. We'll go pick up the car. First thing
Yeah,
I need to
yeah,
do
yeah.
is I'm running on tires that are probably 15 years old.
All right.
So
So
first thing
coming to
is
the tire
tires.
shop is is the right place lah.
Correct.
Coming to the tire shop here.
So first thing I need to go for the tire shop
Yeah,
and yeah, and
yeah,
then tires and then
yeah. Maybe I
and
can
then
show them when we talk about tires.
hmm,
I think I just flip my camera around. Actually my table is so messy now. But anyway, I
yeah,
just going to flip around and
yeah,
my lights are not on.
yeah. It's a
Yeah,
fantastic place.
yes. That's where all my tires are, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I like
All right.
about Mike Specs place is that tires are actually
Yeah.
housed indoors,
Yeah. KW
and
suspension there. Yeah.
and this whole place is actually air conditioned, so they actually climate
Yeah.
controlled. So a lot of places
Yeah.
you go to, the tires are stored on the first floor without any
Yeah.
thing. And Rich Fabregas say, "Are you gonna your 986?" I assume your question is tuned, and answer is yes. I'm going to
Yeah.
tune my
Yep.
986. It's a much more complicated procedure because it's an older platform. It's like
Yep.
I think that's 2000 is the time when I think OBD2 came into place, right? Somewhere around there,
Yeah. Yes.
you know.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this one
Mm.
need to be a ECU out job, but definitely small improvements. But I think it's more on the response, as you know, and
Yeah.
put a
Correct.
sports cat
Correct.
on it.
Yep.
I want it to be loud,
Yeah.
lah.
Get the exhaust done lah. Get the exhaust done. You got to put a sports cat. On the flat six. Yeah. Never ever decat it lah. Yeah.
Mm,
Because the drone itself will kill you when you start
yeah.
decating it.
Because
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
sit here, literally behind you is the engine.
Yes. Yes. And the drone. Even if you ask Porsche lover in the Evo Club.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Mm,
You want to tame that drone. It's not easy. When
yeah.
you decat. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Yep.
So, first question of the day, ZW. Hi, Tana. What are your thoughts on the Mercedes CLK class and the C200 E250? These coupe values have dropped a lot more compared to BMW coupe of the same range. It is
Yeah.
interesting, isn't it? Because,
Yes. The
I mean,
C207.
hmm,
Yeah. What year did they run in? Let me see. Yeah, nice looking car, no?
hmm.
The
I guess first
the
of all, why do you
mm,
think the price have dropped so much for the CLK compared to the BMW coupes?
I think the allure of the BMW brand name,
Mm,
I guess,
mm.
Mm.
I, I,
Renowned for
I,
the
I,
handling and all that.
yeah,
Mm.
I think it's because of. I mean, personally, I think it's just
Mm.
there's a bit of dilution in terms of
Yep.
Mercedes convertibles. Because if you talk about BMW
Mm.
convertibles, it's a
Yep.
more limited market with convertibles in BMW
Yep.
versus the Mercedes. Mercedes like really like, and every car I can think of, there's probably a convertible out there. It's like Audi in Europe. And also I think that the fun factor in the Mercedes, this is more of a cruising kind of
Yep.
comfort. It's very nice to cruise it, like it's fantastic,
Yes. Yes.
but the BMW I think it's more fun, what I think
Yep.
you think about them, I think it's fantastic. I think it's more refined, gentleman. You go
Yes.
there and the powers on some of the model different engine, you can get a lot of power out of them. I
Yep.
actually like the SLK 400. Also the SL 400
That
or
one is
GS.
very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like almost like it almost looks to me it's like a poor man AMG, like I can't afford an AMG,
Yep.
AMGT. But looking at the prices, I think it was about 200, 200 something $1,000, and I was thinking like, this could be something that's quite interesting, like, but again, like, say 300, like, it's 300, I think.
How much are they? Now this CLK E250, the C2, the
Yeah,
W207.
I'll show you what I saw, and I was quite impressed with the
Mm.
pricing lah. Sorry, it's 299. Sorry, yeah. So SL400 was 299, and I was looking at
Yep.
them, and I'm going like, I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you my screen 1 second. This
Yeah.
is the car that I actually personally saw, and
Yep.
I was like, you know what? In person, it looks very nice.
Yes.
Share
And
screen.
the car
This,
actually cruised very nicely, you know. Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And
the SL
mm.
SL, well, this is a SLC they say, but
Yep.
the SL 400. I mean, it's basically the top of the line for Mercedes. This is not like chalang chalang, and
Yep.
it looks very grand, and it's just so
Yes.
nice, its interior is so beautiful.
Yep.
Mercedes interior of that era, I think some of them
Yep.
are a bit tacky, a bit too much, but this
Yes.
one is like premium level. You have the C class all that. This is like
Mm.
the premium interior.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought this was fantastic. This is just awesome looking convertible.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
want to get us the
Mm.
CL, your question was how much is the CLK? Is it the
Yeah. The CLK.
CLK? The CLK.
I think they are about 60K, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're much older, obviously. So the
Mm.
CLK.
I think about 60K, because I've tuned those cars before as well.
Yeah.
E250 exactly.
So the
Mm.
oldest you go, the CLK 200 204, it's like 46K. I
How much is it
didn't
at 60, right? Yeah.
46K for a 204,
46K,
really,
wow.
really old one. And if
Wow,
you just
actually good
go this,
value.
but I don't know. I just found that the engine
Mm.
was not. It's okay lah, but I just didn't
Yes.
find that it wasn't
Yes.
much fun to play with,
Yes, yes. The
That's the thing.
CGI, the
Yeah.
CGI, the manufacturers dialed it back quite a bit, the
Mm,
CGI. Mm.
mm.
So with this
Not.
one, if we get it to stage 2 tune,
Mm,
Cutler stage 2 tune,
mm,
yeah, the car is quite a bit livelier actually. Yeah.
mm.
Because it's a turbocharged engine, the CGI engine. Mm.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to go newer, why not try the CL63?
Yep.
It doesn't come as baller as this, You get this,
Yes,
bro,
yes.
you are set for life.
Yep.
Paying
Mm.
the road tax, though. That's what I meant.
Yes, 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 yes,
But yeah, this
yes.
is really baller, lah.
Yeah, I think got Rich Fabregas here is asking,
Mm.
whether it's a 5 speed or 6 speed. It should be a 5 speed, lah. The
No,
model is
I think it's
C207.
no, I think his question was about my 986. He asked. So
Oh,
okay,
yours.
so Rich
Okay.
Fabregas, the 986 came to two very versions from 97 to
Yep.
2000, I believe. That was
Mm.
the first gen lah. So mine's a first gen, like really the first month of production kind of first gen. That's a 5 speed.
Yep. Yes.
Thereafter it's a 6 speed. When it came to
Mm.
the 2.7 base model, they were all 6 speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think a question from how tunable is a 2016 Honda Accord 2.4?
The 2016 Honda Accord, we haven't tuned them anywhere in Malaysia here. But if you bring the car to us, yeah, we will see if we can read the ECU, and if we can read your ECU, definitely we should be able to tune it lah. Yeah. Our calibrators in the UK will be able to, take some of the limitations that Honda put in lah. Yeah. Yeah. So give us a buzz. Yeah.
So back to our topic for today,
Yeah.
let's go down the brands lah. So Mercedes, we talk about Mercedes lah. What do you think good bang for
Yeah.
buck?
I think for the Mercedes, at the moment,
Because the C class is
that
holding its price very very well.
yes, yes.
So when I say bang for buck, I want to take a car that's
I
a bit depreciated, a bit under,
Yep.
not
Yep.
looked into, that would be my kind of definition of
Yeah.
it's a deal,
Yes, yes. I think the good ones to look at for me lah, I'll go for the A45 actually. Yeah.
85.
Yeah. Because I think the earlier cars, the edition ones, they have dropped to about 180K. And then you stand by another 20K or so, to tune it up. and put in the suspension,
Mm.
yeah, you get a 430 horses car
Mm. Mm.
with
I mean,
600 Newton meters, of torque,
yeah. I mean,
yeah, for
if you
200k.
correct. I mean, if you think about this, this is
Four-wheel
a
drive.
proper
Yeah.
a proper
Mm.
AMG lah. This is for all
Yeah, proper
intents and
AMG.
purposes. This is a proper AMG.
And the engine is epic lah, still,
Mm.
for me. Yeah. The Mercedes, they didn't hold back at all lah. Yeah. What are the going rate?
165, 168. I mean, it's interesting. You see,
Wow.
this is 168. Okay.
Yep.
And if I were to
Mm.
look at, let's say, a C class, a newer C class, something like 270 or
Mm.
whatever, I've seen for 180, I believe,
Mm.
nice ones, from,
Yeah.
let me just go year
Mm.
2016.
Yep.
So this is low to high always. We should put default low to highs. Yeah, one to
Yep.
140 starts. But nice ones
Yep.
go up. They go up. This is a
Mm.
C200.
Yep.
If you go C200, let's C200. See, yeah,
Mm.
140. Yeah, so it
Mm.
does come there. Nice ones go to the same price, about the 150 mark for 216.
Yep.
So if you think about
Mm.
it, about the
Yes.
same year,
Yep. Yep.
A45
Yes.
or
A45.
C200.
Yes. What about the GLA 45? So now, how much are they going for now?
GLE
I think
45.
the GLA 45 is fine. It's more in demand, and less used ones for sale, because that's the most comfortable of the lot of the three models.
Hmm.
Mm.
Because it's the same engine, isn't it? Technically.
Yes, correct.
Okay, give me 1 second.
If you're
Interesting, huh?
talking about performance, the
Oh,
A45 platform is brilliant.
this is very strange. So
Mm.
the A45 was about
Mm.
160 range, right?
Correct.
You know,
Yes.
and then the GLA 45 is
Yep.
like, this is, I think this is an anomaly. The rest are all $200,000.
Yeah, that's why I know
So
it goes for quite a fair bit more.
just
Mm.
because it's taller.
Yes, it's taller, and it rides the best lah, of the lot.
Mm.
Mm.
So it seems like the sweet spot is with
Yes.
the A45 lah.
Yeah, the
If
A45. Mm.
you don't want a big boot, a big
Correct.
rear
Yes.
rear
And
boot,
then
you know what?
and the rear accommodation also is better than the CLA.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
The A
the
class.
CLA, the dropping roof,
Mm,
not nice for the passengers at all lah.
yeah.
They will really suffer if anybody that is more than 5'6", 5'7".
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, I was going to showrooms this weekend, last weekend,
Yep.
and they were saying there are more younger crowd in Mercedes showroom compared to
Yep.
the BMW showroom, and a lot of them attraction is because the A class, the CLA,
Yes. Yes.
people are drawn to even the A45. People are drawn to
Yep.
the tech, um,
Yes. Yes. I mean,
also
you look
the
compare the interior lah, of the two cars. There's just no comparison.
The Mercedes interior is so nice, but I don't know.
Yes.
Mike, I still don't like the.
Mm.
I'm not, I mean, the interior is nice,
Yeah.
but you know what
Not for
I
you,
want
right?
from
Yeah.
Mercedes? I want a button in their steering or in their dashboard. They said, you know how we've got on Audi, they
Mm.
have like a dark mode, I think it's dark mode or light off. I think I forgot what they call it. Like, you press a button,
Mm. Mm.
everything goes
Yep.
dark, correct? And you
Yeah.
only see what's required. So I want a mode on Mercedes where you press a button, all the colors, the light, and all that just goes
Mm.
dim, and I see
Yep.
only what's required. I just find it's a bit too distracting on the
Okay.
screen in front of you as well as on the side. I just I want to enjoy the road,
Yeah. I mean, even my E92, the old MMI also. Yeah. At night, I tend to turn it off,
Yeah.
the center screen. Yeah.
and and
Old
and, and
school,
you might
old school.
and you might think I'm old school, but I don't think it's old school. I think it's more of I think it's important, lah. Like if you look at
Yeah.
Mazda, for
Yeah.
example,
Mm.
and the new Mazdas, I mean, think about this. Mazda's screen is a full
Yep.
color screen. It's a full color screen. I
Mm.
mean, like, all the color in the
Mm.
world you can have it there, but
Yep.
the color they choose to show you is monochromatic. It's a bit like black and white and a bit of color here and there. the shade of the color on the screen and the screen on the dash, it's similar, so it doesn't
Mm.
hurt your eyes. So yeah, it's
Yep.
just easier to drive, Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so
All
for
right.
Mercedes,
Mm.
your take is you will choose for the
What? Yeah.
A45.
What about you, Thana? On the Mercedes range?
I will
Mm.
go the opposite. I'll actually go for the C200 because I
C200.
think
Okay. Mm.
as much as you say, oh, it's costlier, I think
Mm.
the fact it's costlier and holds the value, I think it's a good sign. I think of all
Mm.
the Mercedes ranges,
Yes.
the C
Yep.
class holds the value the best. It always has,
Yes.
even the parts and current,
Correct.
whatever.
Yep.
Um, because you will be able to sell the car for much higher price,
Yes. Yes.
I mean, depreciation on the C class, it's much lower. The E
Mm.
class you can probably get for a lower price, but
Yep.
you know what? I think as cars age, I
Mm.
think you would want something more smaller and lighter because to
Yep.
compensate for the size,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
thoughts on the new Jimny, Mike? Can it be tuned?
I think on the Jimny we can't tune that lah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can't tune the Jimny. Yeah. Mm.
Would you
Yeah.
buy a
Yeah.
Jimny? I mean, if it was, let's say now it's 100,
I
160K.
I've never been really a 4x4 kind of person lah. I know you have
Oh,
been trying to influence me lah. With the camping and all that. Yeah.
yeah. Mike,
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm
Uh,
sure if you go one couple of times, then you'll get into the shocks and suspensions
I
and all that
know.
stuff. It
I
will
know.
interest you. You will get into 4x4. 4x4. I think that whole mechanic part of it. You bring your toolbox and you're fixing and you're there. That part of it is
I
fantastic.
know lah. I think maybe 3 weeks ago you were talking to your 4x4 friends on the
Yeah.
Thursday.
Mm,
And I was gardening and listening to you guys.
mm,
I said I
mm.
better don't listen anymore. Then I want to go camping with you guys. Which I miss a lot
A
actually.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my pick is the C200. Mike's pick is the A45. The
Yep.
both are very different. One is more powerful
Yep.
and cheaper. One is terbalik.
Yeah.
One is not so powerful and
Yep.
costlier. But I think it's a better deal, because it is beat the curve, it beat the curve of every other car out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. For me, it's because the A45 is such a tunable car,
mm,
and once we put on the suspension, it just improve it by leaps and bounds.
mm, mm,
And like just a brilliant platform, lah. Yeah.
mm, mm.
And pretty darn reliable as well. Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next brand, lah. Let's keep the BM
Yes.
for last, lah.
Yes. Correct.
What about Audis in the last, I guess, couple of years, 5 years? I mean, one of the model which I was talking to
Mm.
someone earlier was the A3.
Yes. Mm.
What's your take on the A3? Because I think the A3 is not so popular in Malaysia, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
I think not so popular in Malaysia. And if you look at it now, the
Mm.
A3, especially the 1.8
Mm.
with the Quattro,
Yep.
those cars we have been tuning them as well.
Mm.
Those cars are brilliant value actually now. I think they are going for what, about 60 to 80K. Those cars.
The 1.4 is about 60K.
Yeah. And what is about 1.8 is about
1.8. I don't see. I don't see the 1.8 for
very
sale.
few cars around. I see. I
Yeah.
don't see much of those around. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any. In fact, all the 1.4s are actually front
60,
wheel
yeah.
drive, isn't it? It's a front
Yes,
wheel
front-wheel
drive.
drive.
It's
With the
it's
dry clutch
basically
as well.
it's basically a golf, lah.
Yeah, 7-speed dry clutch. But
Yeah,
an Audi is an Audi lah. End of the day, yeah. The car is quieter, better interior. The seats are nicer.
I don't know, Mike. I come to a point that
Mm.
I need nice interiors, lah.
Yes, I agree with you.
I need nice interiors. It doesn't have to be pretty, but it has to be
Yeah.
like solid, well built.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's just it's nice to look at. And I just cannot take lousy interiors. And sorry, Subaru fan boys. I think Subaru interior sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately lah.
I would love to buy a Subaru, but Subaru interior just.
What about a Subaru with a Mazda interior?
Oh yes, fantastic.
Huh?
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
But I got to give it to Mazda lah. Their interiors even Volkswagen boleh campak one side against them. Yeah.
If I were to equate this, I feel Mazda is more Lexus than some of the Lexus.
Correct.
because sorry to say for Lexus guys, I'm pretty happy cursing everybody
No,
because
the design of
ah,
the dash, yeah,
the
everything lah. You know, even the
refinement,
steering wheel lah.
everything.
Yeah.
I mean, touch the steering, touch the seat, everything. Where you put your
Mm.
arms,
Mm.
where your leg
Really
hits
very
the
Italian, you know.
dashboard.
Also
Yeah,
very
yeah,
Italian in a modern way. Yeah.
correct. You know how they say Lexus is actually a continental car but made in Japan.
Mm.
I find the Mazda is the same.
Yes.
The
Yes.
current Mazdas are just that. They're so beautiful. It's not about horsepower. It's
Yep.
about how refined it is. Everything
Mm.
that Lexus stood for.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I think Mazda is fantastic.
Mm.
I just wished they had some cars which were they have actually and they're crazy powerful. The
Mm.
2.5 CX5 diesel, sorry, the
Yep.
2.5 CX5 turbo is
Mm.
crazy powerful.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a
Yeah. Yeah.
it's SUV lah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
back to Audi. What's your take,
Mm.
Mike? So we've got obviously the A3 there as
Yeah.
something, but I guess I don't think this is it's okay lah. It's
It's a
it's
very
new.
underrated car lah. Yeah.
It's new. It's new because if you think about
Mm.
this, your mind goes like, okay, I want to budget for 80K, and
Yeah.
I mean just do the search lah. I mean, I'm not being biased
Mm.
over here. If you
Yes.
do a search, let's say cars that are from 2016
Mm.
till now,
Yeah.
okay, Audi, and you sort by lowest to highest, see
Yep.
what you get. It's a
Mm.
A3, 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 A3. So you want to buy a newer platform Audi. Obviously, in between there's a Q3 there.
Yep.
Q3, A3, it's about the same, but it goes up very high very quickly. It goes to the 100K range when you go to the
Yep.
Q3 and Q5.
Yep.
The below 100K and Audi and new, like this is this really new
Mm.
platform.
Yep.
Um,
Because this one runs.
260.
Yeah.
No,
Mm.
it's practically new. Like you're talking about this kind of
Mm.
cars. Look at the interior. It's a brand new interior. This looks very
Yes.
Mazda-ish, actually, like a Mazda,
Correct.
isn't it?
Correct.
You know?
Or rather, Mazda copied them lah.
Yeah.
And
Mazda copies
refined it
Audi's.
further. And
Correct.
refined it further, and actually nicer than Audi. Even if I look at it.
Yes. Correct.
The Audi interior.
Mm,
Yeah. I mean, sorry, the Mazda interior.
correct. So yeah, proper interior, properly modern, under warranty, and sometimes for less than 100K. I think
I
this
mean,
is
you
one of
still
those
can
things.
go and get the Evo warranty.
Yes, you can. I mean, this car is still under warranty with the manufacturer. It's a 5-year warranty, but even then, you
actually
can
for
get
60K,
Hmm.
wow, that is
Think about
slightly more than a Myvi any.
yeah,
Basket, you can drive an Audi 1.4 and then you still
a
can get warranty.
a Persona Premium is
Wow.
54,800 ringgit. Okay,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah,
want to
man.
buy a Persona or this? I mean, put it in the price angle. It's mind blowing. And Mike, you have tuned these cars,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
This kind of cars actually they're actually quite good when you tune them.
Quite good. Yes.
Ours are
Just do a stage one also very nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I think the A3 is a bit underrated lah.
Yeah, very underrated car. I see. I didn't realize that. No, actually, that is golf money. Actually, even
Correct.
the Mark 7 Golf is about there. You might as well buy the Audi, right?
Correct. No way you can compare
Step up.
the interior. The interior,
No way to
to
compare. Yeah, you arrive in an Audi rather than a without.
and not old Audi. I think that's a big
Correct.
question there, because in the
It doesn't look
market,
old. It doesn't look old.
like how do I say 80% of most Audis in Malaysia are the Audis pre 2016.
Correct. Yes.
80% of all Audis in Malaysia are pre 2016 model. So to say you're a new Audi, and because it comes with that new platform, new features, the CarPlay and all that stuff, it's something else, it's a new car, you can't avoid the fact,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get hold of the tuning numbers here. So
that is wow. Now only I realize I start comparing the
price wise lah.
Price wise, wow. 60K, guys, what other what other cars would you pick for 60K? Let us know, comment, guys. What other cars would you pick for 60K?
I mean, it doesn't have the legendary quattro and all that stuff. But yes,
Yeah.
but you know, so
Mm.
who doesn't a golf, you know,
Yeah.
you know, and we all care about the golf.
Yes.
So yeah, so 150 to
Yes.
170,
Yes.
torque goes up a little bit too,
Yes.
you know.
But 300 Newton meters from a 1.4. The Rotex, what, $50, right?
Yeah, yeah,
For 1.4. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
And look at the curve. My God, look at the curve. The curve is so nice.
Yeah. Go and
It's
buy
just so
them, man. Mm. Yes.
beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can there's a comment here by Y84. He's saying
Yes,
use Passat B8.
I
Are they at
totally agree.
60K? Are
Yes,
they
yes,
at
correct.
60K?
Yes, yes. I mean, I've if I pick the
Can
VW,
you
my pick, I'll just show now.
can you
Just go to
actually buy the B8 at 60K?
let me show
Because
you.
I think all the B8s, with the 4 year, is it a 4 year or 5 year warranty?
Mhm.
With Volkswagen.
I think it's
Volkswagen.
4 lah. 1 second.
Because even a Kosong spec you can get 60K. Use Passat. Actually,
Um,
fantastic value again, Passat. Damn comfortable car.
so at 60K and above, what Passat do you get?
Mm.
1 second, low to high. Yep,
Mm.
69K, 216.
Yeah, but that's a B7, right?
Yep.
Not a B8 Passat. This is a B8. 69,000 already.
It goes up lah. It goes up.
Mm. Mm.
But even the
Yeah.
Passat, I think the Passat interior and the Audi interior, the new
Yeah, still.
the more current Passat is fantastic. I think the interior is
Yes,
fantastic.
yes.
But this one is
Good, very good. Good quality interior lah.
yeah.
Mm.
So
And actually, it's the MQB chassis. It's just so nice. On the Passat, it just drives through everything so comfortably. And handles
Actually-
well the car.
actually the interior is nice lah, the Passat lah.
Yes,
Nice-
it's nice.
nice enough lah,
All the
yeah.
soft wheel plastic on the top. On the bottom part, there's a bit of scratchy plastics, but it's okay lah. Yeah.
I mean, if you don't, how to put it, if you don't go and touch and abuse and you go and try to fiddle with the interior, you're fine.
Yeah.
From a pure aesthetic point of view, the interior
Yes.
the VW
And-
is fine.
Yeah, and the this V8 Passat, it's also so fuel efficient. The 1.8 or the 2 liter, both are just as good. Because when I had that car, even though when we are bombing on the highway, at pretty high speeds, I can still easily do 800 plus kilometers. No problem at all for a tank of petrol. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. So since now on topic of
Thank you for that.
of
Y84.
VW VW,
Yeah.
in a VW, do you think the Passat is the bargain here?
I think it's a bargain, frankly.
Oh, I guess for the class of car it is lah. I mean because I think I
Yeah,
understand that
yeah.
the VW cars they're nice, they're good or whatever, but the interior and all that, may not be up to your mother-in-law's
Audi
requirements or
standards,
spec, your
Yep.
I know your mother-in-law requirements like, the
Yes,
Passat is proper lah. The Passat is a proper
Proper
interior.
car. Yes.
So proper car, it's complete. The what more can you ask for?
Yes.
What other Passat? I guess talking about Passat in that year, what other range of Passat you get in that year? I mean, like this is from 2014, is it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 2014.
No, 2014 is the B7 already.
2014. So in Malaysia, what year they came out with Passat? I think 2014, 15 came out with Passat, isn't it?
No, the B8 Passat, I think 2016.
16, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and
So
2016.
okay, so Passat 2016 onwards. Let's look at the variation over here. So we've got the 1.8 and the 2 liter, and I think different way of calling them over the years, like the 280 and the 380, and if you go from low to high 2016, you are this one is betul ke ni? Salah lah ni. Okay, 2017 lah. Really? Yeah. This is more popular.
Is it the previous model
This model
or the
this one
B8?
2016, this is the B8 lah, correct?
B8. Yeah, that's a B8.
It's a B8.
Yeah, this is the Kosong spec one which I used to have lah. How much is this?
70K.
Cannot see. or 70K
70K.
lah. Yeah. Actually, it held up price not bad, no. Because if you guys remember in my con video, I paid less than 120K for a pre-reg
Yep. Yep. Con says be it.
back in the day.
I checked from 80K.
Yeah, but wow, suddenly now dropped by 10K.
Year-end sale.
Year-end sale. Below 70K already or now.
But some of them you can't
Yeah, for
trust lah,
Cosmo
because
Spec.
you see, I mean,
Yeah.
the way you go online and check these things,
Mm.
they say this price, and you go there, and you're like, oh, you know what,
Yep.
something else wrong with the car, this one, this
Mm.
plus.
Mm.
See, like
Mm.
average is all 80K. See, 80K,
Mm.
80K,
Mm.
80K, you know,
Mm. Mm.
80K, 90K, you know. So yeah, I think average is
Mm.
about 80 onwards, like, you know.
Correct.
The difference is all the grill, the bumpers, the rims, all
Yeah.
that different, you know.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's lucky.
Don't be like me lah. You know, try not to get the Kosong spec lah used. Yeah.
It's a
At
big
least
gap
get the
from
comfort
B7
one.
B8.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
a big gap. Yeah.
Question from KZ, you know. Yes, Passat is a great car. Yeah, I think it's fantastic lah. It's a great car.
It's a great.
Handling wise, how it drives, you know, it always surprises me.
Yeah.
For like even brand new, the price you're paying for like a Camry price, and what you're getting is so much,
Yes.
so much. Camry is awful lah. I mean, in comparison.
Yeah.
Passat.
You know how I end up with a Passat back then?
Mm.
I went looking for 520Ds.
Wow.
Because at the time I was doing a lot of mileage back then.
Mm.
Then I was looking high and low. Wow, all those 520Ds were in pretty bad condition. Not to what I like. So just went to the VW showroom and then saw the Kosong spec car, and it was below 120K.
Really? Yeah. Brand new.
Pre-reg.
Pre-reg.
And less than 100 kilometers on the clock, So
oh my god,
it was just even when I put my insurance in, I was still below 120. So I said, I fed up of looking, I just went and did it. And I drove it for close to 2 years. And actual fact, I lost very little money actually, for the 2 years on the car. And I had free 5 service some more. Yeah. So that was a good deal. That was when I went to the N54 T5, had to give up a car for it.
So question on the N54, what's the possibilities with 10K for an N54 engine, Mike? I think the question, what would you do?
Okay, with the N54, of course, you got to make sure that your injectors and your fuel pump are okay on that car, And also your cooling system, you got to make sure your water pump, and the thermostat has been changed. These are important things to look at. And of course, your coil packs and your spark plugs, those are the consumables, first thing that you got to look at. And the possibility of tuning the car, you will be looking at intercooler and a stage 2 tune with a downpipe. So with all that in, I think you'll be looking at about 15K, with the maintenance put in. And then you're looking at 400 bhp from that car. So it's fantastic value for money. Because if you look at it, if the injectors and the fuel pump has not been looked at this age, I'll be surprised. I think somewhere in its life, usually the injectors and the high pressure fuel pump, should have been done already. Because these cars, even the newest N54, you're looking at 11 years old already, like mine.
So since you're on the topic of the BMW, more tunable, N54, N55?
Definitely N54 it's more friendly to be tuned up because of the stronger internals of the N54. Of course, there has been a lot of bad things about the N54, but it's a much more tunable engine. That's for sure. But in the long run, actually, I find the N54 is less of a hassle, in in comparison to the 55, because the 55 have more electrical issues, going on.
And I guess on this topic about, I guess, bang for buck and tunable,
Yeah.
I guess horsepower isn't everything, right? This is what I think,
Correct.
because
Yes.
the reliability is a big
Mm.
factor of
Yes.
car ownership, lah. What's the point you got a
Yep.
car that's so tunable and then it's
Mm.
not so, it's Benke life, like what Mike is going to do now,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't go for a break at all, yeah.
No,
And
I
how many
think
minutes already? We have been
50
50
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go on. I guess let's just carry on, lah. And just finish the
Yep.
hour.
Mm.
We've got a question from Kanesan talking about bang for buck. 1 second. I'm actually
740
caught.
Li, right? Yeah. Okay, the 740 Li, there were two versions. I think one came with the N55, one was with the N54. I think the N54 soldiered on in the, but LCI should be N55, I think. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's great value for money, lah. But with the 7 Series, for some reason, is like the prices drop a lot, Thana, for the 7
Yeah,
Series.
I mean, it's crazy how cheap it is.
Yes.
Oh,
And I think this car was what, 800,000 back in its day.
I'm just talking to HW Wong there about my free clip, about my clip for the 96. Thank you. Thank you, HW. I'll call you
Yeah.
later.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So yeah,
Mm.
talking about Microbuck, yeah, the 7 Series,
740.
it's
Mm.
great. I think
Mm.
I feel that if you do a mindset shift, whereby you think of the 7 Series as a family car, you know what? I
Mm.
think it's an excellent value. Because think about
Yes.
this, in Europe, people use it not only for high executive, it's a
Mm.
big, large luxury. There's a big, large sedan,
Yep.
kids in the back, you got a screen
Yep.
there. Engine wise, today, I think a lot of engines are actually the newer engines, and it's, it's very
Mm.
reliable.
Yes.
In fact, they share with 5 Series and 3 Series and all. So it's
Mm.
why not,
Yep.
the
Yep.
only problem is, I guess, the other parts, there's so much of electronics there, how much of lights on that
Yes.
scale,
Yes.
you got an issue.
And the air
But
suspension. Mm.
yeah, and some of them don't, so that's fine. And
Mm.
I think as long as you get a 7 Series under warranty, you can sort out most of the issues, it's fine. Because I think the problem with
Mm.
most of them are they don't get driven. The problem in Malaysia is
Yep.
the 7 Series don't get driven. So if you get
Mm.
one under at least even a 1 year warranty, you drive
Yep.
them and then you sort out all the issues.
Yep.
BMW is very good in terms of honoring warranty claims, so I think
Mm.
you are sorted, it's just good value,
Yes.
the FO2 LCI, I think, exactly, FO2 LCI, I think even at the interiors, if you want to upgrade your screen and all that stuff, you got aftermarket
Mm.
stuff to
Mm.
upgrade.
Mm. Mm.
You know what, you're back to square, you got your Android system, you got your Bluetooth,
Yep. Yep.
and Con says we got Evo member who does
Yep.
admission. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Correct. Correct. It's
Mm,
a dang. Yeah. Mm.
mm, mm, mm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. So we got alternative there, for the air
exactly.
suspension. So no
Mm,
worries. Yeah.
mm.
Mm.
So we got
Brilliant.
one more question from Robot King. What's the best bang for a sporty SUV? So
Yeah.
sporty SUV, Mike. What's the
Mm.
definition of sporty SUV? How much minimum horsepower, or is it a issue of drivability, or is it power, or is it what do you define it,
Yeah.
or
How do
is
you
it
define
looks?
sporty
I don't know, right?
SUV?
Because I
Mm.
guess like the Evoque and all that is like a sporty looking SUV,
Yeah, I think
but
so. Correct.
to be a really like a sports car SUV, it's a
Mm.
Urus or nothing,
Yes.
but all of them are sporty looking SUV, I would say, there
Mm.
are some like maybe the X6, for example,
Mm.
yeah, Porsche Cayenne
Yeah.
could be correct.
And definitely.
uh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. If you're daring enough,
daring enough.
the
Mazda
first generation
CX-5
ones.
Turbo.
Yeah, CX-5 Turbo, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
bonkers. That one's a bonkers CX.
so the moment you
Bonkers
go,
SUV.
the moment you go sporty, there are
Yes.
no options in the
Yeah.
non-luxury, so it's more or less like luxury SUVs. The
Yes.
luxury
Yes.
SUVs kind of taper into the world of sporty SUVs,
Yes. Yes. And I think the minis are great as well. It's
Mini
not yeah, yeah. The mini 4x4,
countryman.
Countryman, yeah.
Uh,
And the car drives so well. It drives really well. The platform, the mini platform, the new
mm,
F series platform.
mm.
Mm,
You want a
and with the
sportier,
B48 engine,
you want a
very nice.
sporty. If you want a sporty drive and you don't need that much of ground
Space,
clearance,
yes, yes.
actually the countryman is quite big, spacious inside.
Yeah, yeah, it's big. It's
It's
huge.
big. Yeah.
Yeah,
What you see on
it's a
picture
huge
doesn't
mini.
look as big, lah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Porsche Cayenne, I think, Mark, you can't go wrong, lah. I think Porsche
correct.
Cayenne, you
Yes,
can't go wrong. Porsche
yes,
Macan to me is a little bit small, lah. Con. I mean, I find the
yes.
Macan is like more like a crossover. Not
Mm,
crossover, like not a crossover, but it's a very sporty SUV, but it just
yep.
feels like very much like a
Yes,
I mean, to me, a SUV for me at least, okay, SUV is I think a range.
yes.
SUV needs to be that like an X5, has to have that kind of
Yeah.
a grunt, that the power, that ability to do all the
Mm,
work.
mm.
Um, yeah, Countryman is more practical. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And
better
then of
build.
course you got the X6.
Yeah, X6 definitely.
The
No,
X6 are bonkers, bonkers. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
and I was
Even
shocked.
petrol or diesel is bonkers. The
I was
X6.
shocked, Mike, how much
Mm.
the X5 has dropped, in prices.
Yes, correct.
I was shocked when I was
Yes.
going car shopping. X6, I show you some prices.
Yeah,
Sorry,
X6
sorry.
is
Let's start with
yeah.
the X5, show you
Yes.
how cheap they are in comparison. So earlier we
Yes.
spoke about 180K for a
Mm.
2017 T30, isn't it? Okay.
Yep.
X5,
Mm.
okay. Year, 1 second, guys. Let me see. 2015, apply. May not be the most sportiest of the lot,
Yep.
but at $155,000 for an X5,
What year?
2016,
Oh my God.
because it's a hybrid, that's the only issue. Okay, it's hybrid.
Yes.
M
Yes.
Sport, I think this is brilliant value.
Yeah,
But
it is.
yeah, but yeah, but also the hybrid,
Mm. Mm.
some people like it, don't like it, but if you
Yeah.
can get past that, you know what? I think it's crazy how
Oh,
cheap it is.
that's 50% down.
More than that,
Yeah, more than yes.
So yeah,
189. Yeah.
this kind of blew me away how cheap it was.
Yep.
How cheap the X1 has come into, because the
Mm.
the whole idea of being sporty, I think it's not about sporty going fast and trying to be licha on the road, whatever. It's about how it looks and feels when you're parked. When you're parked, you look at it like, wow, this car, you know what, has the presence.
Yes.
And yeah, X5 is definitely there.
Mm.
The XC90, the prices hasn't dropped as much. I think it's a bit on the higher side.
Yep.
Cayenne obviously can't go wrong, lah. Cayenne, any kind you get, if it's a new enough Cayenne, you know what,
Yeah. Yeah.
you are settled, Buy
I
more
mean,
affordable ranges.
if you look at Cayenne, right?
Hmm.
Even the facelifted first generation Cayenne,
Hmm.
if you buy the 3.6, right? They are only 50, 60K, those cars.
Hmm.
The 3.6 with the VR6 engine, and the engine is super reliable. Yeah, it's really such a cheap SUV, and the engine sounds epic, the 3.6 engine. Yeah. Mm.
Just looking.
Yeah.
This is a this is the non-hybrid version at 158.
Mm.
So you know what?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, non-hybrid and 70,000 mileage on the car.
Wow.
This will be something that is, highly
But
highly
this one,
suitable.
I think for some reason, this engine still runs on the N20 engine.
Correct. For some reason, the same era,
Mm.
the engines were
Yes.
much older. But this is 215 lah. 215, they were still on. I think even the
The
F30
N20 lah.
The F30 was still on 20 also. So this car was
Yes.
on 20,
N20. Yes.
But
Just
I
take
think
care of the chain
yeah,
guide issues lah.
but I don't think it's that much of an issue as what they claim to be, like. People say,
Yeah,
F50
yeah,
is
yeah.
that. I think it's
Correct.
overrated, lah.
Mm.
Um,
As usual lah. As usual.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to keep up with the N20 that you tuned, the 3 Series, and that
Yep.
car was flying. That car was flying.
Oh, that one was the B48. That one was the B48.
No, I was driving the B48. You were driving the N20.
No, it was a B48 also, that one. That one was a
No, really? Was it?
facelifted 3 Series.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the N20. Okay,
Facelifted. Yes, yes.
okay.
That's why
Yeah,
it's so peppy, that car.
yeah.
Mm.
Brilliant.
Yes, yes.
But yeah,
Wow,
so if
this
you,
one really good value actually. If if you're looking,
yeah,
but it's not really
con,
sporty lah. This
con,
car you cannot really.
con says,
Yeah.
no, the 35i apparently is even older. So they think, so what I'm saying is they even went backwards. So not even current, they went backwards. So N55 engine.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
mm,
Wow. Yeah.
uh,
Funny, yeah. For the X5, they
for
have been using the
quality
older
value.
engines. Mm.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
mm.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you can't
Mm.
argue the facts under warranty. You can't argue the fact that it's
Yeah.
40e uses N20. Wow.
Yeah, lor, N20 lor. That's why I say
Mm,
the
mm, mm.
40E uses the N20
40
engine.
lah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So the 40,
Mm.
so only we saw that the 40 one is a bit more mahal lah,
Yes.
baru lah. So even the latest one,
Mm.
only they're on the N20 engine. So
Yep.
there you go.
But I think they should have taken care of the chain guide issues lah.
Yeah.
Because well documented lah. Mm.
Because the X5 is 35 3.0 and 20 is a hybrid 4
Mm.
port. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. The
Correct.
current
B58,
X5
the
is
two
B58 for
engine.
both petrol and
Yes.
yeah. Con was
Yeah,
in love
yeah.
with the inline 6 engine lah. So it's like, oh, so smooth,
Mm.
so creamy.
That one, Brilliant engine for that one.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
form lah for BMW. That one.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the
Yeah.
X5, I think it's a good deal lah. I mean, from
Correct,
point of view of
correct.
bargain wise, because the same
Yes.
year, if you get like
Mm.
a GLE, I think they are much more. I mean, it's
GLE, these cars have dropped so much out of price.
yeah.
Didn't
I mean,
wow.
if you do a comparison like for like, so
Mm.
GLE 2015 onwards,
200 plus those cars are 300, I think.
yeah, exactly. Any day lah, 200, 233,
Yeah.
238, any day.
So the resale value of the Mercedes is really miles ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Yeah, which makes
sporty
the
SUV,
BMW. Yeah.
sportier
Have a look.
SUV,
Yeah, have a look at the Countryman and see.
Countryman. Okay, let's see.
Countryman.
Let's see Countryman. Countryman. I
Because
think
when you drive a Mini, you are never out of style.
Mini Countryman.
Yes. No, the car really surprised me. It drives very well, the car. And it's a finely honed car, where Conway Lun will say.
So 2017 onwards, 193 about there lah. So even if you go a bit low to high, the earliest form is 211, 70, 80. Actually,
But go to the F series lah. Countryman. My advice is.
So it's a Countryman not so comfortable. It's trying to be sporty, I guess lah.
Yeah. It's not as comfortable lah. That's for sure. But it drives very well lah. You still can toge the car lah.
But yeah.
Because a Mini, it drives like a Mini lah. Let's put it that way.
So the question here is, are Mini parts more pricier than BMW parts?
I don't think so.
I mean, engine parts, I guess it's the same if you get the same engine, like,
Yes.
HZ says it's bouncy. Yeah, I think it's more of it's a livelier feeling car,
Correct. Correct.
It's just a character of a Mini.
Yeah, but the bouncy we can actually sort it out with our STXA suspension system lah. From KW, definitely we can sort that out for about less than, I think, about 7K or less. Yeah, definitely we can sort it out. Yeah. Your darling calling you. She wants to join you, Thana.
That's my son.
Your son.
They're playing a prank with my son. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So we've come to a 1 hour mark here. So guys, any question, as always, can get hold of Mike. The number is in the description below. I'll pull up a quick
Thana
number
as
here.
well.
Yeah, I'll put up my number also. You can reach me.
Mm.
And yeah, we'll see you again next week.
Yep.
Tomorrow we've got Bobbycon and myself joining for more car buying guides.
Yep.
And again, this is a sharing session. You talk to us, we talk to you, and see what we can learn and kind of hone in. Like, because I think at different points in time, different
Mm.
cars have got different values. Like for example, like I was
Correct.
shocked that the X5. I didn't think that someone was getting that cheap. To me, the X5, to me, the
Yeah,
stature
I
of the
didn't.
X5. I
Mm.
mean, the way it presents itself,
Yes.
it's a $200,000 car any day.
Correct.
In fact, if you
Yeah.
buy a X5 501, one, it looks to me like a 500K car.
Mm.
It looks that's the appeal of a X5, but yet
Yeah.
it's 170K, 140K even.
Yeah.
I think it's something we learn. And
Mm.
also, yeah, we talk about the C class today, how the C class holding is priced so
Correct.
well. I
Mm.
think the C class is a good buy because holding price so well. It will
Yeah.
probably hold price even more in future years,
Mm.
opposed to the F30. F30, I think, will drop prices,
Mm.
because the fact you have your G20 out,
Yep.
and the fact there's so many out there. There's so many
Mm.
out there, but
Yes.
definitely for buying a car in that a year range, definitely I think it's a good deal. It's so
Yes.
cheap.
And
It's
the full
prices are
size
very,
SUV. Yeah.
yeah.
For price
Mm,
of a
mm.
Camry cost more,
Exactly, yeah.
or even a top end CX5. Cost more than
Mm.
that. Mm.
I mean,
Close to
it made me think,
200K, man.
Mike.
Your CX5
You
turbo.
you were talking about your Passat, or can you review the E300 Blue Tech Hybrid?
In fact, just now my guy came in front of me. Uh, we just changed the battery, not the hybrid battery, like the battery
Mm,
on the E300 Blue Tech Hybrid.
mm,
I think the car is actually quite reliable, because it's
yeah.
a diesel. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm, yeah.
I
Okay.
think I
Let
think
me let.
I
Yeah.
think the suspension is the one that you probably need to look at,
Yes, because
People don't talk
the
too much about
car.
it.
Yes, correct. The 212, especially the
Mm,
hybrid models, right? It came, from the factory with the AMG spec suspension on it. The car was just too low, and the car was scraping its belly on
yeah.
all our
Mm,
Malaysian street humps, lah.
mm. It
Mm,
said
so
says
yes,
battery costs a bomb. Yeah, but
yep,
I think it's also a very small percentage. If you think
yep,
about if you look at the pricing,
mm,
it is now.
yep,
Even if you cannot the bomb, and that's also a percentage, it's still
yes,
worth the money. I think even if you like
mm,
you put a bomb of 40-50K on the car, it's still
yep,
worth the money because the car is just
yep,
complete,
mm,
full spec, everything.
correct, mm,
It's a great car. That's how you should look at a car.
mm,
Because if you look at, let's say, the
mm,
330E, for example, the
mm,
F30,
yep,
it's full spec lah. You can't argue like, M Sport and
yep,
all that. You just
yep,
can't argue.
yeah.
Sean Tan says,
Yes, we missed that. Yeah, I know.
what car would you guys choose?
Here.
So
Okay.
three,
No, this is
yeah,
the one. Yeah. No,
that's the one lah.
sorry, this one. This is
Yep,
the
yep.
one. Yes,
Mm.
yes. Yeah. 3-liter engine, four frameless door, below 150K,
Oh,
best bang for buck.
I think you
Wow,
already
this
know what
one
car
you're
you're gonna
looking at
buy.
the 6 series. This one you're looking at the 6 series.
Yeah.
Yeah. The F12, the F series,
it's so
6
it's
series
so
lah.
it's so honed in.
N55 engine. Yeah.
That's the car you want lah. I think you know what you want lah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Buy it,
Because
bro.
actually, this is, Sean, this was the car I was looking at, actually, because somebody offered me a very good price for my 335,
Mm.
but I didn't buy it, I still haven't enjoyed fully the 335 because of all this lockdown yet. Yeah, so that was the next car I was looking at, actually, a 640 frameless door, beautiful exterior and interior. And I think it's, if you're looking for a car, 150,000, you can't go wrong lah with the 6 Series. It's such a beautiful car. Yeah, go and buy it. Yeah. But get the car checked out lah, for the engine condition, and the transmission is also bomb-proof because it's the 8 HP transmission on the car.
Mm.
It's a good car. Go and get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Audi equivalent.
Audi equivalent will be the S7 lah.
Will
No, not
you?
the
S7.
A7. Sorry.
Uh,
Mm. A7, I think what 120 you can get.
yeah. I I
Uh,
I I I feel that the from fun factor
mm,
from a architecture, I will go for the A7 lah. I think that it's
mm,
you get more car for money with the A7
yes, it's
compared to
beautiful.
the
The car. Mm.
BMW. It's more car for money lah,
Yeah,
for
quattro,
bank for buck lah, I will,
quattro. Yeah. Mm.
it's
But
yeah,
again, depends on your style, lah, I
style
guess.
lah, what you want,
Mm.
There,
What you
there
want?
definitely is a allure with a BMW rear wheel drive, how it handles. Definitely is
Yes.
nicer.
Yes.
Audi's only fault is that the fact it handles so well. It is a
Yep.
bit muted. Like, okay, like everything is so nice.
Yes. Yes.
That's the
If
fault.
yes, if you just want to bomb highways, right? I would say buy the Audi. But if you like back roads and all that and have a bit of fun, I think the BMW will give you more of that. The rear-wheel drive chassis. Yeah. Mm. But the Audis are unflappable on the motorway. You're doing 200, but you don't
Thing.
feel the thing. You're not sitting in the car.
It's
Whereas in the
brilliant.
BMW, you'll feel that. Lah.
It's brilliant. Audis are brilliant for highway driving.
Ah,
Drive it,
you know.
drive it. It's
Yes.
people who drive Audis
Yes.
will always like, oh, my Audi, yeah, it's
Yeah.
something that will stick to you.
The it's just how the car bombs the highway. Could be an A7. The A7, A8 are just brilliant. Bombing the highway.
Mm.
Yeah. A6 is the next one on line. And then, of course, your S5, S4, and all that, with the six-cylinder engine. Oh, crazy lah. When you bomb the highway with those cars. Yeah. And the car feels so secure, in all weather situations. That's the classic Audi lah.
Okay. We'll take
On
one last
motorway.
question from
Yep.
KZ. Bomb highway and B road. Both can lah. BM lah, I guess.
Yeah,
You
lah,
just
that one is
put
BM lah. If B
put
road,
some KW, ST, upgrade a bit. Perfect.
yeah, correct. Yes, but on the Audi, if you want to bomb backwards with the Audi, not really lah.
Okay. Last question. KZ. How will luxury cars manage tempered with? So they've got software for you to go and change the ECU for
Yes.
the
Yep.
odometer. But
Mm.
if what I recommend is, like last week I said, get things
Mm.
like Kali. Kali is a dongle you can get. Again,
Yep.
from America, you can order in and you can plug it OBD port. What happens is all these luxury cars, there are many ECUs around the car. The many control units around the car, and they will keep track of the mileage of the car itself. So when they temper, when you put this like Kali or go to like a authorized service center and they will scan, they can scan and they know, hey, how come they got 5 ECU or 5 control units over here, but
Yep.
4 of them say that the mileage is X, and this ECU says the mileage is Y. That's how you
Yep.
know it's been tempered with.
Yes.
So and yeah, that's how
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did, like,
For us, it's only in the MQB platform cars. By just looking at the ECU, we can tell you the actual mileage in comparison to the mileage on the speedometer cluster. So we can check it out. Those, yeah.
Okay, guys. As
right.
usual,
Yep.
we want to end the show here. Come and join us
Yep.
again next week's time, and enjoy an awesome weekend.
Yeah. Have a good weekend, guys. And I still got to get back to my Corrado and fit some of the parts back together. And what I'm going to send to the leather guy to get my seats and door cuts done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us, and see you guys again next week. Drive safe, guys. And enjoy the week ahead.